to your point about Jackson, I think one of the things I really liked about him was that when he was coming out, I can't remember if it's like 17 or 16 or 17, whenever he was coming out of University of Houston, like he was a very highly touted prospect, and I don't know whether it was just a fit issue in Cincinnati, whether it was a turnover, like a coaching turnover thing there, but he never really got to maximize his talent. But there's a ton of it, and I mean, if you look at it from like a Madden standpoint, his talent number, if you will, is a more talented player, or a quote-unquote better player than Ronald Darby. So if nothing else, you can look at it as an upgrade, even though Darby was surprisingly solid for Washington last year.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I think if you polled, every GM in the league and just said who's the better player, you could have either player at the same price point, who would you want? I would think most, if not all, would pick William Jackson. So, people in Cincinnati, I think, there were times, I think, early in William Jackson's career where it was like, wow, this guy could be a superstar, and then he didn't sort of follow that trajectory. But you mentioned it. I mean, they've been, a very, I don't know what the nice word is to say. I don't want to say train wreck of a franchise, but I don't think it's
volatile.
Been, that bad. Yeah, volatile, inconsistent, unreliable. I mean, we can use all those words, but it certainly hasn't been a place where you say, all right, each play, you're going to get the most out of each player. Each player is going to maximize their talent in that situation, in that environment. So I do think there's actually more upside for Jackson in Washington, playing with a better coaching staff, playing with a better supporting cast, to maybe reach a higher ceiling than even he saw in Cincinnati. I mean, he's still young. He's, 27, I think around 27, 28 years old. So you look at it, that's still three years or so where you would think he could still be in his prime or the arrow pointing up.